say, if we were having this discussion before the season and somebody said, "Hey Marsh, hey Grant, going into this Virginia Tech game, Jeff Thomas will have 0 touchdowns," I would call them a hater. I would tell them they don't know football, but that's exactly what's happening. What is going on with Jeff Thomas this season? Is it Jeff Thomas? Is it the play calling? What is your opinion on that?
Well, the thing is, I mean, if Jaron Williams sees Jeff Thomas on, a select number of plays, Jeff has 3 or 4 touchdowns this season. I mean, against Bethune-Cookman, he had Jeff Thomas for a touchdown. And, I mean, there's been plenty of opportunities that we just didn't get the ball to him. I think that Jeff Thomas is a really, really interesting player. He's very quiet, and, I feel like it's just a big mind game. That Florida game was really, really tough on him, I think, with the drop punt and the drop touchdown pass. And it's obvious that Dan Enos is trying to get him the ball. We're getting him, on screens, on jet sweeps, on slants. Dan Enos realizes the playmaker that he is, but, he just hasn't been able to break one. And, he hasn't been able to showcase much on the punt return game either. I was really, really looking forward to, once Jeff announced that he was coming back to Miami in January or February or whatever it was, I was expecting that he was going to light it up. And I actually talked about in an article how I think Jeff would leave after his junior season to the NFL. And I just don't think that's going to happen. He hasn't shown enough. And that's not to say it's all on him because, play calling and Jaron not getting him the ball. It's a combination of things, but it's coming. A Jeff Thomas touchdown is coming. I promise you that.
All right, man. I hope so. And, I don't know. I mean, I honestly, like I said, if somebody would have told me this before the season, I wouldn't have guessed it. I wouldn't have believed it. But I hope you're right, man, because I think it begins to get tough for you. You decide to come back, and the fan base is excited to have you back. And then you have that tough game against Florida, a catchable pass that you drop, the muff punt. It's got to be tough on him more than anybody. So I really hope just for him and his confidence, because I think once he gets that first one, then we'll see the explosion. That's the faith I have in him.
Yeah. I mean, we all know the potential that he has. I mean, he showed that in only about 3 or 4 games last year, and we were all sold on the Jeff Thomas hype, and it's there. We just with everything with the Canes right now, it just seems that patience is a key virtue.